Okay, Week 9 began with the Colts beating the Jets 45-30. And I did make a Thursday night quick pick video, but I accidentally deleted it because the upload thing was acting funny for some reason. But for those who did watch, I did take the Colts to defeat the Jets, which did happen, of course. But anyway, it's time for the rest of your picks. Let's get started because I don't have time for this bullshit, and I've got a lot of things to say. Alright, early afternoon games. Raiders going on the road to take on the New York Giants. Now, unfortunately, the focus of the Raiders has been off the football field thanks to Henry Ruggs and his DUI with resulting in death, which caused the Raiders to get rid of his ass immediately. Another first-round draft pick failure for the Vegas Raiders. And Henry Ruggs is going to jail for a while, probably for a season, probably for a year, and then halfway house, and then he'll be rewarded for tens of millions of dollars, and the society of hypocrisy will prevail once again. Fuck off. Now, they're facing the New York Giants, so I don't think it should affect the Raiders that much. So, go ahead and take the Raiders to defeat the New York Giants. I would be shocked if they lose. Okay, I wouldn't be shocked if they did lose, but, give me a fucking break. I'm not falling for that bullshit again like I did when the Raiders were facing the Broncos. So, fuck off. Falcons going on the road to take on the New Orleans Saints. Well, the Falcons have yet to make up their fucking minds, and the Saints have already made their minds that they're going to actually be competing for a playoff spot after all. Oh, seriously, Atlanta? Fuck off. I swear to God, man. I understand you had a bunch of social distancing fan bases, even though it's 2021. And because the Braves won the World Series, congrats to them, by the way. But give me a fucking break. You were facing the Panthers on a downward slope. The way the Panthers were playing, you would think the Falcons would be able to sweep the Panthers. No, they do Falcons things again. Yeah. Go ahead and take the New Orleans Saints to defeat the Atlanta Falcons. Bills going on the road to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Bills, end of story. Fuck out of here. Browns going on the road to take on the Cincinnati Bengals in the Battle of Ohio. Game. The way the Cleveland Browns have been playing the past couple weeks, sure they beat the Denver Broncos because the Broncos fucking suck and they're gluttons for punishment. And they're going to continue to be so for the next 10, 15 years. So if not more than that, if I'm being perfectly honest. But and the Cincinnati Bengals once again lose in fluke bullshit fashion. Now there was a key part in the Jets game where a Bengals player was being called, where a Bengals defender, was called for lowering his helmet to initiate contact, when in actuality, it was the Jets running back, whoever the fuck it is. I don't give a fuck because the Jets are garbage and I don't give a fuck about them. But it was the Jets running back, or whoever, the ball carrier, lowering his helmet to initiate contact on the Bengals defender. Great. I'm not going to say that the Bengals would have won the game, but but that penalty fucking screwed the Bengals out of any chance of doing so. So I mean, give me a fucking break. With that being said, go ahead and take the Cincinnati Bengals to defeat the Cleveland Browns, because it's looking like the Cleveland Browns are gonna be a disappointing football team once again. Patriots going on the road to take on the Carolina Panthers, and for some reason, I know the Panthers won. Yippee the fuck on that. Don't really give a shit. Sam Darnold still sucks, and I'm not sure he's playing in this game. Nor do I give a flying fuck. The Panthers are still garbage. Go ahead and take, I can't believe I'm doing this, but go ahead and take the New England Patriots to defeat the Carolina Panthers. Moving on quickly. Broncos going on the road to take on the Dallas, let me rephrase that. Broncos going on the road to get their asses fucking handed to them by the Dallas fucking Cowboys. Boys, it's been a long time since the Cowboys were able to beat the Denver Broncos. That was during the John Elway days in Denver and the Troy Aikman days of Dallas. And it was also during the Cowboys' final Super Bowl run. Obviously, look for that to happen. But I want to talk a little bit about Von Miller. As a Broncos fan, I'm very sad to see him go. But it was pretty obvious. Or it should have been obvious to everybody that this Broncos team is not a fucking playoff team. But for some reason, I get it. I get it that you're a fan, a fanatic, and all that fucking bullshit. And don't get me wrong, you should root for your team to win no matter what. I agree with that. But you also got to look at it from a perspective of gee, maybe this Broncos team isn't really good this year. And yes, the Von Miller trade, you should have seen it coming. They put him on the injured list for a reason, and that reason is this: because they didn't want anything to happen, any further damage to happen to Von Miller when the trade deadline was here. So, yeah, Von Miller, he's going to be a Ring of Fame. He's going to be in the Denver Broncos Ring of Fame, and not just that. And not just that, I believe he's a Hall of Famer. A first ballot Hall of Famer? I don't think so, but he's definitely a Hall of Famer. He's a Super Bowl champion, and he won Super Bowl MVP. The only issue is he has never won Defensive Player of the Year. So, and that's why I believe he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. At least not at this time. But he's got some football left to play. So, I'm sorry it took this long to explain everything, but Cowboys, end of story, moving on. Vikings going on the road to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Fuck you, Vikings. Ravens, end of story, fuck off. Oh god, cream of the fucking crap for week number 9. Texans going on the road to take on the Miami Stalefish. Or the Lolfins, as some people like to call them. Well, both teams started 1-0, and both teams have lost 7 consecutive games after the fact. And most of those losses, especially for the Houston Texans, in embarrassing blowout bullshit fashion. God. And yes, the Texans, in case you've been living under a rock, are not going to trade Deshaun Watson this year because the trade deadline has passed. So they're going to be paying Deshaun Watson to stay home. I don't fucking believe it. Coin flip just for entertainment purposes only. Tails. I am not taking Houston to beat Miami. I'm sorry, that ain't fucking happening. Take the Miami Dolphins to defeat the Houston Texans. Since one of these teams has to win, right? Actually, both of these teams should take losses, just for confusion purposes. Moving on, late afternoon games. Chargers going on the road to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia, I'll tell you what, they must have gotten mad when they were facing the Lions because, wow, that may have been the Lions' only chance at getting a victory this season. Yes, they could once again be 0-16 for the 16 for, in this case, 0-17. So they already did 0-16. Now, because of the extra game, they could be 0-17. But the Eagles still suck in some ways. But then you go look at the Chargers. They were very disappointed. They were probably my biggest disappointment in week number 8 because they were facing a New England Patriots team. Granted, not that bad, but the Patriots are not really all that good. But it just proves that Bill Belichick is still a really good head coach when motivated. And like he needs motivation, but you get what I'm saying. So for this, it's coin flip time. Try again. There we go. Heads. Okay, fine. Take the Philadelphia Eagles to defeat the LA Chargers of San Diego. Although it wouldn't shock me to see the Chargers win because the Chargers are known for doing that. Packers going on the road to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Jesus fucking Christ. The Aaron Rodgers whole COVID-19, didn't get vaccinated, lied about vaccinated, whatever the case is. I haven't been paying too much attention to it, so I won't go there. But I will say this, for the second time in 3 years, the NFL fans who are neutral have been robbed of another Mahomes-Rodgers matchup. Yep. The first one was 2019 when Patrick Mahomes was out due to injury, and now fast forward 2 years later, it's Aaron Rodgers being out due to COVID-19. Apparently he lost a sponsorship as well. God. So we're going to see Jordan Love starting his first NFL game against the defending AFC champions. Granted, Jordan Love should actually have an okay time because the Kansas City Chiefs defense sucks. With that being said, this is going to be his first start. I do not like rookie quarterbacks, but I take that back. He is not a rookie quarterback, but this is his first NFL start. We'll see if things hold true that sitting on the bench and learning it helps Jordan Love and all that fucking bullshit. But go ahead and take the Kansas City Chiefs to defeat the Green Bay Packers. And I've had a long day, and I've had a long bullshit day at work, so fuck off. Cardinals going on the road to take on the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers are garbage at home, and the Cardinals just got done losing their first game of the season. Very disappointing, Arizona, but I think the Cardinals are going to bounce back because, like I said, the 49ers are garbage at home. So take the Cardinals to bring the brooms and sweep the San Francisco 49ers. Moving on quickly. Titans going on the road to take on the LA Rams. So Derrick Henry is out for the remainder of the season, which means that they have to lure Adrian Peterson out of semi-retirement and and sign him to a 10-game deal. Let's just call that for what it is. Maybe more if the Titans make the playoffs. This is kind of a problem because, you know, Derrick Henry was a beast in the fucking backfield. I mean, we can't. I mean, the dude quietly ran for 2,000 yards last year for a reason, because he's a good running back. But then you got the Rams, and you got Matthew Stafford. Yes, they beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers earlier in the season, but Matthew Stafford's track record against winning football teams remains really bad. As you could see the following week when they lost at home to the Arizona Cardinals. So I gotta flip for this one. Doesn't mean I'll agree with it, but tails. Nah, I'm not gonna agree with that one either. Take the LA Rams to defeat the Tennessee Titans, because I don't think because I think this will be one of those rare times where Matthew Stafford, another rare time anyway, that Stafford gets a victory. Plus Von Miller is with the Rams. I'm not sure if he's playing or not. But Von Miller's gonna be a difference maker in the front seven. Because teams are going to be planning to double team Aaron Donald. So I'm not sure he's playing, like I said, but I don't think it matters. The Titans are kind of fucked, but they still have Julio Jones and AJ Brown. But your quarterback is Ryan Tannehill, and no offense to Ryan Tannehill, but he's still the same inconsistent quarterback that we've come to see. Just saying. So take the Rams here. And the Titans defense isn't really all that great. Sorry. Bears going on the road to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, that's the last time the Steelers beat the Bears. Oh, 2005. Their Super Bowl season. I remember. I vaguely remember highlights of it anyway, with Jerome Bettis carrying Brian Urlacher, and the ball all the way into the end zone. That was a great fucking play, by the way. But yeah, that was the last time the Steelers beat the... No, did they beat them in 2009? They probably did. Don't know, don't give a fuck, but it's been a while since the Steelers were able to beat the Bears. I think it was 2009. Don't quote me on that. But go ahead and take the take the Bears to lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Bears are still inconsistent as fuck. At least offensively, I believe it's going to be a defensive struggle, because the Bears' defense is pretty good, and it's starting to hit its stride. So is Pittsburgh's defense. It may come down to the running backs, either David Montgomery, if he's playing, or of the Bears, and Najee Harris of the Steelers, who has been picking it up as of late. But yes, go ahead and take the Pittsburgh Steelers to defeat the Chicago Bears. That's it. That's all. Till next time, later, fuckers. I was right the first time. The Steelers did not beat the Bears in 2009. So it has been since 2005. Have a nice day.